Hello collective, this is Ron over here at Becoming Enlightened Together. We're going to go ahead and look at your rune reading for today, okay? So this is a typical what we call runic river spread, and keep in mind the river of fate and destiny is flowing this direction, okay? So we're looking at past, present, and future in terms of the positions of the stones. Now, in today's read, we have four that are generally considered negative because they are in the reversal position, even though they may look the same. It's a little different than tarot in that regard. Some of these symbols are exactly the same, upright or reversed. Now, the other three, of course, are in the affirmative or positive positions and so on. So what we're looking at here, all in all, is a collective versus the karmic situation in your particular circumstances and so on. Okay, it's going to be a little different for each and every one of you, but take what resonates and of course, discard that which does not. Don't try to force it into your situation. Okay, so we're going to start off with the past energy over here, and this is Gibo. And Gibo is normally a very good rune, especially when it's in the upright. But today it's in the reverse. So Gibo in the reverse looks like things such as problems with the roots of an emotional nature. Somebody is having some difficulties. Maybe they have borderline personality disorder or some such ailment, OCD or whatever the case may be. And it's not cracking on anybody with those types of ailments. It's just stating that that's probably what's going on here with this person, whomever they are. All right, so basically talks about they're also in a energy of greed, dependency, loneliness, obligation, toil, a sense of privation, and perhaps bribery is not something that they wouldn't be known to participate in. Now, in terms of our present energy, we'll go ahead and look what we pulled on Sunday for today, which is the goddess Freya's rune, only this too is in the reverse. So Fehu in the reverse stands for disappointments, losses, money problems, arguments, the loss of property, or self-esteem, or something else that may be very important to you that you put a lot of effort into in some way, shape, or form. It talks about discord, cowardice, slavery, bondage, and even stupidity. And again, that's just what the meaning of the rune is. If the shoe fits, well, I don't need to say anything more. Now, what I pulled for today's energy actually is Ewaz in the upright. Now, this is their letter E. Ewaz in the upright stands for horse, horses, carriage, vehicle, anything dealing with travel or forward momentum. But it also relates to basically the need for doing it in some form of unison, being in unison together. Looking at it from a old style or old school, rider and horse methodology, where if the rider doesn't know what he's doing and he's not lifting himself up on the stirrups at a certain point on the galloping of that horse, it's going to be hard on both the horse and the rider. It's going to be probably not be able to walk for some time after that, if you know what I mean. So it talks about not only working together in unison, but also a form of trust, changes for the better, or gradual development. It talks about progress or anything moving forward or in harmony. So a sense of teamwork, a sense of loyalty, harmony. Talks about ideal relationships, whether of a personal type or perhaps a partnership of some kind. It talks about, beyond proof of the energy of the runes that are around it. So what we have here is confirmed by Ewas. That's what it's telling us. Now, as far as some of the influences, now to the left we have the devil. This is Thurisaz, which is Thor's mighty rune, but it's also in the reversal, so it's not so good. So we have two gods, one goddess and one god, and both of those two runes are in the reversal, so they're powerful, to say the least, like major arcana in the tarot. And it talks about a sense or a heart of stubbornness and foolhardiness, someone who does not heed advice, somebody that is basically immersed in folly, who's dangerous, but defenseless at the same time. He has no spiritual protection, or she, protection at all. They act on compulsion. They are known to betray one another. They are in a sense of dullness. They're evil. They suffer from malice and hatred, spite. They're liars, looked at literally as evil people. They may even be rapists. Yes, that's one of the characteristics that Thor says in the reverse. So whoever this is, they are not good people, not good energy, no matter what they look like on the outside, whatever their packaging is. So beware, collective. I know this is not the collective. This is somebody that you know, though. So be careful. Now, the other influence is the angel. This is Yera, and Yera is in the upright. And again, long story short, this talks about the fruits of your labors being made manifest. So all the work that you did earlier is now bearing fruit. Okay, so it's just a matter of time before you start to see the rewards of everything that you've worked so hard at. Now, in terms of our overall energy for the week, it's another good energy. It's Algiz. Algiz in the upright. And I'm not going to keep going over the same history of this, but it's a very powerful rune. It's actually used magically to ward off evil. Winston Churchill, of course, made it very famous. World War II. But it talks about friendship, the soul, sense of optimism and aspirations, protection. So we're now talking about those in the collective. You do have protection in the spiritual realms, whether you're aware of it or not. Continue to pray, to continue to do your rituals, whatever they may be for you individually. You also are shielded. You also have a protective urge to protect others as well, whether you pray for your children, maybe your siblings, your parents, whatever the case may be. So defense is part of this rune's meaning. And the warding off of evil is what it's used for in terms of magically. Now I want to make sure I say something to people. If you're watching these rune readings and you're just simply going to start using runes, you have to be very aware that if you are not respectful of the energies that these represent, and the fact that there are many gods and goddesses that are directly representative of these runes, you are not giving the necessary validity to those energies, and you are not vibrating at a high enough resonance, you are going to get some major blowback if you try to use these for something shady, shifty, or negative. Okay, these are used generally with the positive energies in mind. Now, that's not to say that they cannot be used in terms of coming against your enemy and everything else. It's a little bit different. You can be, as I am, for example, I'm what's known as a Aoka empath, which means I embody both the negative and the positive energies in perfect harmony. So I can call upon, I can put down, whether they're negative energies or what have you. I can exorcise demons, or I can actually use those demons to go back and wreak havoc on those who sent them my way, for example. And for those who are watching these readings, and I know you are, and those are those who are basically spying to see why the things are happening that are happening in their lives, it's because of your shiftiness, your low vibration. You sent these deities, these entities, you send this negative energy, and I send it immediately back to you. That's why you're going through the karma you are, and I imagine some of the collective is doing likewise. And if you're not, I strongly suggest that you learn about that and start sending these energies back to sender. There's nothing wrong with that. You're not actually seeking vengeance. You're putting it in the hands of the High, the Most High, the universe, your ancestors, and so on and so forth. They will deal it out as they see fit. All you're doing is acknowledging it, and you're sending it right back. You're not accepting it. You are rejecting it. That's all you have to remember. Do your spiritual healing, take your spiritual baths, use your Palo Santo, your sage, all of those types of things to cleanse your spaces, and just keep giving homage to the Most High. Okay, they cannot touch you. They can only resonate, they can only touch those who are vibrating on a similarly low vibration, resonance, or frequency that they are. So keep that in mind. That's why magic, voodoo, whatever, will not work on those who resonate at a higher resonance. So be warned, negative vibrating people out there. I know some of you are watching this. That's why these readings over the last 3 days in a row have been specific to the karmics as well as my collective. All right, so I'm making sure that you understand. Now, to the right, we have Perthro, and that's the overall energy for the future for today. Unfortunately, this one is in reverse. So what does it mean in reverse? It talks about, and this we're talking about again, the karmics that are in our particular sphere of influence, whoever they may be. So Perthro in reverse talks about secrets. It talks about those secrets being revealed to us. If they haven't already been revealed, they will. Okay, very, very soon. Nothing done in darkness will not be revealed. It will be revealed, and very, very soon. It talks about those who are disloyal, those who are afflicted with addictions and giving into those addictions. They are suffering from loneliness. They're now going through unexpected results. They thought they had this in the bag. They're also very stagnant right there, and right now, I should say. So the overall energy for the collective, as always, is positive. It's good, but you have to take acknowledge of it, and you have to claim it for yourself and put it into practice every day, guys. This is an active role, okay? Nothing is simply just given away. You have to earn things, okay? And that may go counterintuitively to some of the things you may believe. That's fine, but I'm telling you what I know. Take it or leave it. That's up to you, okay? But on the positive side of that, if you are in the collective and you are vibrating at a higher resonance frequency and vibration, you have this journey in the bag. Just keep doing what you're doing. It's going to work out no matter what the devil and all of his little minions have in store for you, okay? Again, this cycle is coming close to an end, so hang tight. And remember, once we get past this cycle, then we move on to graduate school or to the next level, and you're actually going to reap the rewards that come with actually passing this cycle. I'm looking very forward, okay? So as always, guys,